Is that the time? Well, it's hard to believe it's come around again so quick, but it's a new year, and while we've only had about 2 days of sunshine here in the north of England, things are finally beginning to look a little bit brighter with the return of Newcastle Drag Idol. Of course, that can only mean one thing. It's time for me to sit here in front of all of you and say, well, welcome to Snatch Talk. Oh, hello there, it's me, the Velvet Snatch, and I'm here to give you the rundown on another season of Newcastle Drag Idol. But not just any season, oh no, it's 2026, and we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the competition. From its humble roots in 2006, in a bar that's now a corner shop, to the extravagance of its new home in Rusty's Show Bar, Drag Idol has just kept going from strength to strength. Everyone was out for the occasion, from the icons of the local drag scene, Drag Idol alumni from further afield like Ruby and Chanel Marie, and even some fans from the show who travelled across the country from the Wirral to be there. Wow! Week 1 is always a special occasion. To celebrate this, we had an amazing pre-show from the new Friday night cast at Rusty's Show Bar, including Drag Idol legends such as Danny DeLonco, Vic the Prick and Sambuca, as well as scene stars like Betty Thunderthighs and voila! It was a lot of fun, and I loved the focus on group numbers. And I mean, DeLonco is always a joy to watch. After that, it was time for the main show to start as the hostess with the mostest, Gladys Duffy, strode out pleasant in green to greet the crowd and introduce her fellow judges, starting with the sensational Plastiq, who was continuing the green motif for Drag Idol's Emerald anniversary. But what was she looking for from this year of the competition?
What I would like to see, rather than what I would expect to see, is I want to see some fresh new talent come out with some fresh new ideas, wow this incredible audience, wow us, and then walk away with a crown in 6 weeks' time.
The Parmo Queen Penny T was up next, and while Gladys joked about her not getting the green memo, as ever she was a good sport about it all.
You look fucking fabulous, what a lovely, make some noise for Penny's green outfit everybody! Is it just green with envy? Cause I've never had to enter a competition like you two have, I just judged them. Oh, how sweet! Please make some noise for contestant number 1, Penny 2!
Penny went on to praise DJ Chris Howe for creating the competition all those years ago, and saying that this year she wanted to see the contestants have the production value of all her favourite winners, Theresa May, Dragon and the Whale, and Gladys Duffy herself. Now, I say this every episode, but it just wouldn't be Drag Idol, without the legend herself, our final judge, Miss Rory. She gave us a great little rundown of her years of involvement in the competition before telling us what she wanted to see tonight.
Do you know, I was thinking about this today, and I would like to be, I would like their drag to entertain, to educate, and to inspire. I want to have joy inspired in me, because you know, all I seem to talk about on stage now is how fucking miserable everything is and how miserable everybody is. I want to sit there and I don't want to say I want to have a laugh, because God help me if I stole anything from Penny. Shit. It'd be like trying to take a treat off a staffy. It's not going to end well, is it? It's like great big fucking XL bully sat here in the middle. Mind you, XL bullies aren't great around kids, are they? Ding, 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 ring that bell. That is the one and only nonce joke we're allowing this year. Right.
With the judges all present and accounted for, it was then time for Gladys to announce the prizes awaiting the winner of this year's competition, including a £100 gift voucher for J. Carter Beauty and Aesthetics, a place on the main stage of the all-new Newcastle Pride, and of course £500 in cold hard cash. Spicy! And with that, we were all ready to get the show on the road, but not before I got to speak to one of the judges backstage. And this year I was lucky enough to get to mix it up a bit and speak to Plastiq first to see how she was feeling about this special year of the competition. Oh, hello there. It's me, the Velvet Snatch, and we're here for another year of Drag Idol. And I'm here with our incredible judge, Plastiq.
Oh, thank you. Hello. Nice to see you. Another year already. I feel like we get to this day. Bear in mind, we're a day later this year as well. But either way, we get to this day and we go, where's the year gone? How's this happened? But we're back and it's exciting and it's 20 years and it's all fun and games. 20 years. I was 10 when Drag Idol started.
Yeah.
So I really was. I'm not even doing a bit. I was 10 years old. That's me revealing my real age on camera for everyone. But yeah, it's just so weird. 11 years I've been around since my year. It's just, I can't believe how big the competition's got.
Well, that's it. And it's the idea of and how far you've come throughout all of that, you know.
And I find drag's one of them things where people, when people say get a job you love and you never have to work a day in your life. Yeah. Drag's one of those things. If you love doing it, the dressing up, the going on stage, the audio, it's fun. It's just fun. And if you let it be fun, it can be really life-changing.
Well, that's it. It's the same as in all situations. You can either choose to view them in a negative light or you can choose to... It's like when you're anxious about something, you can try and be excited about it. And that's helped me a lot, just being like, I've got to do this thing, but something's going to happen. It's going to be fun, you know.
Of course. Are you excited for this year?
I'm really excited. And you know what I'm really excited about? Lots of new faces.
Well, I don't know any of the... At this point, this is pre-show. I don't like to look at the list of names, so I don't like to know who's there. I don't know if we've got any returning. I don't know if there's any new. I don't even know how many there is. I asked Chris yesterday. I said, Chris, can you please tell me how many contestants there are tomorrow? And he went, no. And I went, Chris, I really don't care that much. I just want to know what time the fuck I'm finishing work today. So I still don't know. We'll probably be here till 2 o'clock in the morning, but...
I mean, this is the first year that I've kind of gone to you and said, could you give me some secrets? Could you tell me what's going to happen?
And I'm really
curious.
My media-trained answer, because I've been asked this by a few people, my media-trained answer this year of Drag Idol will be an unexpected celebration of the 20 iconic years we've had here on the Newcastle gay scene.
I am so incredibly excited.
Yeah, so am I. The theme, when me and Gladys sat down and did the themes this year, let me tell you, it was so good. So good. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's brilliant. And what this outfit is absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
Can we just talk about how good you look today?
Well, thank you. I wore green. I do the posters for the company for most of the scene. So when the Drag Idol poster came across my desk, I was like, right, it's 20 years. The stone you gave for a 20th anniversary is an emerald. So I did a green theme on the poster. So then I decided to dress in green tonight. And all but one of us has managed to stick to the theme. But you haven't seen Penny yet. So green is the theme. You're in green as well.
I know, this is accidental as well. There was no thought put into it. I was literally going, what can I wear that's comfortable, that I can be holding a camera for several hours for? But no, so what are you most excited about for this year? Can you give us a clue to a particular challenge you're looking forward to? I know you can't.
I know I can't, and I won't, only because I want it to be a surprise for the audience. So what I'm excited about, I guess, is because I am a fan of Drag Idol, one of the biggest fans of Drag Idol, knowing what's coming up and just knowing how much that's going to celebrate this competition that I love so much is what I'm excited for.
Oh, brilliant. No, thank you so much for speaking to me, Plastiq. It's going to be a wonderful year.
Bye, everyone.
Now it was time to get our first contestant onto the stage, and kicking us off this year was Miss Acetate with a quirky little number about a performance gone horribly wrong.
No, not that one. Not that one. I'm a disaster. I can't do anything right. Anyway, is it this one?
It was honestly very fun, with the simple story allowing for multiple different songs and sound clips, and even a reveal later on.
Hi, I'm Miss Acetate. I'm 18 years old and I'm a porn star. My television show, Drag Idol, comes out the 22nd of February, 2026. Make sure to watch it.
I really liked the aesthetic and the choice of songs. However, the judges were fairly critical, pointing out that the lip sync was off, and with Penny giving the essential advice for all drag queens that you have to open your mouth and exaggerate when lip syncing so that all the people at the back can see what you're doing. But what was the track all about anyway?
Would you like to explain?
Keeps getting the fucking song wrong. Can you just put the right one on, please?
Oh, okay, so it was like the DJ was playing the wrong track. But you just fucking stand out. Gorgeous, wonderful.
Well, what more do you need? Considering that Miss Acetate is only 18 years old, it was a great little start to the show. Next up was someone who caught my eye backstage, Euphoria Storm. In just 3 minutes, she served the perfect mix of dance diva, lip sync assassin, and comedy queen, stirring up a storm on the stage.
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea.
And showing with the help of Sambuca and a leaf blower that she wasn't afraid to make fun of herself. Plastiq loved that they'd taken a single track and made it into a full narrative, and while Penny and Rory loved it too, they did want to see something different next week to demonstrate Euphoria's versatility. Both of them saying that the track could have been mixed better in places. Can't please everyone. Next we saw DJ Chris Howe stealing back his leaf blower crown as he cleared up the stage for the next contestant, returning performer Synn. Now Synn last entered the competition in 2024, and while they're known on the scene for their characters, could they break the week 1 curse this time around?
I am not a triple threat. I'm not very good at singing. I'm even worse at dancing. Do you know what I'm really good at? And I mean really good at. I'm good at eating.
Introducing us to Synn's hellish kitchen with a fairly convoluted cornucopia of songs, sound effects, and edits.
I have a note. It says, I owe you.
The narrative was there, but it struggled with the pacing, and not even the shock value of Synn eating some dead crickets and mealworms could give it the punch that it needed. Rory described it as nice, but with the main gag coming a bit too quick, and that it all fell a little bit flat. While Plastiq and Penny had expected more of a glow-up from Synn, considering they've had 2 years to improve. It was a fun concept though. Drag king Alan Queerer hit the stage next, bringing a touch of raunch, sleaze, and punk to proceedings.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll.
I loved this number and the choice of song. There was just something captivating and electric about Alan throughout as he strutted his stuff and stripped down to the bare essentials.
Levi's trap you with the orderly. Get your teeth into a small slice. The cake of liberty.
Now Gladys couldn't get over the name Alan Queerer, giggling about it throughout the judges' critiques.
I want it tattooed on my forehead. Alan Queerer, what a name.
Plastiq found them very charming, favourably comparing them to punk sensation Leviathan from last year, while Penny praised the strong lip sync and how Alan just owned the stage. Rory, after going on a tangent about her love for Newcastle dog and cat shelter, commended everything about the performance, going on to say,
Your face is addictive. Never mind sex and drugs and rock and roll. I couldn't keep my eyes off you. You've got a swagger that doesn't border into arrogance. Learn this, Plastiq. You just moved around. It was fabulous. It was very 80s. It was very punky. It was very I don't give a fuck rock and roll. And guess what it did to me? It entertained, it educated, and it inspired. So I tell you what, here you go.
The wonderfully named Trash was up from Bradford next, with our first live vocal of the night.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town?
Demonstrating their hosting skills with lots of crowd work and banter, and singing their version of All That Jazz.
All that jazz. Well done, guys. Let's try that again. You ready? And what? Nice. Well done.
I have to say, I did enjoy it and I liked her, but I did feel like it was the sort of casual number you do after you've settled into a residency. Plastiq sort of said the same thing, calling it the sort of crowd-pleaser number that you put into the middle of a longer set, describing it as fine. Penny and Rory criticised the vocals, with Rory suggesting that she should have changed the lyrics to All That Trash and calling it more of a meandering meow rather than the park and bark that it wanted to be. A scintillating burlesque twist was next, with the vivacious Vixen Valentine, coming out in bandages and channeling her best pearl, "I'm a star!"
Please, I'm a star!
Before tearing the bandages away to You Don't Own Me from the First Wives Club. Someone next to me remarked that they were getting heavy vibes of Synn regular Elizabeth Crawford, and I could definitely see it, drawing from that same era of vintage style. The judges enjoyed it a lot, but pointed out Vixen's obvious nerves throughout the performance, noticing that she'd been visibly shaking and struggling when removing the bandages. Rory loved it, saying that the look reminded her of longtime Idol judge Rusty. Next, it was another returning contestant from last year, Open Drag Night regular Khloe Kennedy. Now, if you can remember, Khloe unfortunately went home week 1 last year after an awkward choice of wig got in her way throughout the performance. Luckily, this time the glow-up was real, with Khloe parodying her previous performance in a messy wig before shaking it off and owning the stage. The crowd went wild, hollering and cheering throughout, and with chants of Khloe continuing long after the number was done.
You alright, girl? Soak in that moment. Soak in that moment.
It was beautiful. Now, there was a slight slip at one point, but Khloe recovered like a pro and none of the judges mentioned it. Gladys welcomed her back to the competition and Plastiq praised the level up, pointing out just how hard she'd worked on herself since last year. Rory complimented just how pretty Khloe was, rating the performance 100% and comparing her to drag idol dance icons Demetria Fur and Blaine Runway, going on to channel her best Penny T impression.
Hey, I tell you what, Khloe, and I don't want to pinch anything off Penny aforementioned, and I thought Penny would say what I'm just about to say this time, but I'm going to do it in the style of Penny. Are you ready? You fucking smashed that!
Coming up from Leeds, but hailing originally from the Portuguese island of Madeira, Alita Vodka was next, strutting onto the stage with a look reminiscent of the mighty Divine and feeding Madeira cakes to her fans in the audience. It was chaos. Using a David Attenborough-esque voiceover in places and carrying a drunken feel-good vibe throughout. The judges were middling in their praise, with Rory criticising Alita's shoes.
Right, first off, we need to address those shoes. Right? They're very sad looking. A bit medical. You can't wear a 1-inch New Yorker with the straps cut off. You can't. Even Penny wouldn't do that. But, yeah, just take them off and burn them, as Patsy once said famously.
Calling the number fun and liking the start, but saying that the dancing section did go on a little bit too long. Plastiq described it as nice, going on to say,
It was a perfectly fine number. I'm actually more disappointed in the number now, knowing you're friends with people like Ruby and Chanel, that either they didn't help you or they kept all their good ideas for themselves. Because
Didn't help them. Fucking Ruby was stood down there doing the choreography with her.
Alright. Well, Ruby's lost her touch, which is sad.
You can tell that from her beard, darling.
And while Penny loved the energy of it all, she was expecting more in future weeks. Gladys pointed out that Alita had possibly suffered from going after a performance quite as high energy as Khloe's. Another return was next. Billy Blanc was back to test out a new character, dropping the ill-advised live stand-up routine from last time in favour of becoming a champagne-sipping socialite for the evening.
Welcome to my party, glad you like the dress. Welcome to my party, big was yes. 2 years off for dancing, 2 years new. Welcome to my party, even though I invited you.
Essentially, it was a nicely edited mix of high camp songs and Karen Walker quotes, which was fine by me.
Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to have a breath mint, would you?
Actually, I do. It's in my purse.
Well, pop it! It's not doing you any good in there!
How offensive.
Look, it's your breath, not mine.
But what did the judges think? Sadly, all of them struggled to follow Billy's narrative, describing it as convoluted.
Hey, what's going on? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on?
Plastiq liked the initial energy, but then got a little bit bored, having to ask the audience whether the lip sync had been good or not, while both Penny and Rory stated that it just missed the mark for them. Something special followed next, and I think the look on Penny's face says it all. Newcomer Crystal LaPelle came out in full duvet drag, singing through various parodies of songs, telling us their particular story. Now, I have to confess, I did wonder for a while whether they were actually singing live, until someone pointed out to me that they were holding a, marital aid instead of a microphone. It's great to see when an obvious fan of drag and the show itself comes out with a number with this much effort, from the custom outfit and the deliberately bad padding to maintaining a character throughout the critiques. The main downside was in the mix, where we just couldn't hear the custom vocals or lyrics well enough. Plastiq loved it though, praising the pre-recorded vocals even if the mix wasn't quite right. Rory was equally impressed by the parody, asking Crystal if she could explain the number for her.
So I feel that just because you can't do anything doesn't mean you shouldn't get up and have a go.
Well, look at Penny!
So it was sort of like the story of you can stay in your bed and hide, or you can get up and do drag.
Penny pointed out that Crystal reminded her of Maya Rudolph from SNL, and while she had liked it and wanted to see more, she was a little bit lost beyond that.
Yeah, you've got a strange look of her. I don't know what else to say. Did you like the costumes? Yeah, the costumes were fun, but yeah.
Deena Hearts was next, travelling up from Leeds and serving high camp, coming out with a live vocal Wicked medley where she changed some of the lyrics to The Wizard and I to be about our own wizard, Miss Rory.
And then I meet Miss Rory, what I've waited for since about last week. And with all her draggy wisdom, by my looks she won't be blinded. Do you think Miss Rory is dumb? Or like Munchkin, so small-minded?
The parody lyrics ended there though, which felt a little bit strange to me, but they're good lyrics, so who can blame her?
I'm soon by defying gravity. Kiss me goodbye, I'm defying gravity, and you can't pull me down.
Miss Rory loved it, saying that it made her night.
It takes a lot to make me smile. Muscles in my face move that have not moved for some time, which means I must be due a top up, Deena. That was fabulous. You want to talk about joyful? That was full of joy, wasn't it?
And with Deena pointing out that this was only her third time in drag, making it even more impressive. Plastiq agreed, saying that Deena was right up her street and a palate cleanser for the evening. Now, while they weren't doing golden buzzers this year, Penny said that if they were, Deena would definitely have gotten hers, stating, "I love Deena and I love Wicked." Our penultimate act was our final returning contestant, and I was so happy to see Dixon Stones back for another year. They're just such a lovely human being through and through, and always bring absolute madness to the stage. This time they welcomed us to their existential crisis, talking through with their therapist how they wanted to show the judges that they weren't just an amazing dancer or just some skinny twink in drag.
The drag idol judges will never see me as anything more than a twink in twink drag. It's just so hard being small, skinny, young and beautiful. None of the judges, except for Miss Rory, could understand that pain and hardship.
Luckily, the voices in their heads stopped them from taking a long leap off a short stage.
The only thing left for me to do is jump off this short ledge.
Do a flip!
No, Dixon, please don't jump off that short ledge. You're so sexy. It wouldn't solve anything.
It was deluded and fun, and the lip sync was really good for the amount of spoken word. But what did the judges think of Dixon's third stint in the competition? Rory thanked her for a very fun performance, and Penny said that it made her smile and how she loved Dixon, but the prevailing concern was whether Dixon needed to be in the competition and whether they were just in it for a laugh.
And I like this kind of twinky character. I don't know if you need to be here, Dixon. I feel like in Newcastle, you're almost a bit too big for this now. People know you, people love you. And I don't know if you need to be back here, but I'm glad you want to be.
Dixon affirmed that they did think that they could win the competition, and that was all that needed to be said. It's good to have them back. Our final contestant was a game changer, however. Strawberry Fatcake Erotica wowed the audience by being possibly our first ever cannibal contestant.
Strawberry, are you not going to introduce yourself?
Sorry about that, I'm starving.
Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. It was a great introduction to the character, with clever lyrics.
I'm a spooky, freaky deaky, scary little cretin, but I'm still fat. I'm desperate for a feeding, so I'll kill him without eating. Who said a human liver's not a snack?
Gruesome props galore.
Hiya, pet. Can I get a glass of red on the rocks, please? Cheers. Refreshing.
And enough self-effacing humour to seal Strawberry in all of our hearts. The audience went wild, chanting her name and leaving Gladys a little bit flustered.
Okay. I normally
If they seem nervous, I like to give them a reassuring touch on the shoulder. But I think you're fine. All right, just take a step forward for me, Strawberry, darling. Hello, may I call you Strawberry?
Most people just call me Fat for short. To be.
Makes noise for Fat, everybody!
The judges loved it. The judges loved it, with Plastiq giving it 10 out of 10, while Rory called it bloody fabulous, praising the edit and that they could hear every word, going on to ask her about the character.
So this is your character? Is your character just some, like, great big fat cannibal?
Yeah, well, I'm actually huge in real life as well. But
It wasn't over though, as Strawberry had a gift to give to Penny, a severed hand and some ketchup for the drive home. That's better than your Mackie D's. With that, we'd seen all of the contestants and it was time for some decisions to be made. But we're heading into spoiler territory now, so if you don't want to know who goes home and who gets performance of the week, please go out, find a goat, tease it with a piece of cheese and switch off. Although, maybe like, comment, share and subscribe first. Yeah, do that, please. For the rest of you, here's what happened. After everyone was back on the stage, we found out that 2 contestants would not be making it through to the next week. Sadly, these were our 2 returners, Synn and Billy Blanc, with Miss Acetate visibly thrilled that she'd survived the chop. Our top 3 were Khloe Kennedy, Deena Hearts and Strawberry Fatcake Erotica, who took home a well-deserved performance of the night. But what about next week? What's the challenge? Well, in keeping with celebrating the 20th anniversary, next week would be Mentors Week, where each of the contestants would be assigned a judge as a mentor, and that judge would guide them through what they wanted to see for their week 2 number. Of course, it wasn't all clear sailing, and there's always room for a few technical issues.
Maybe before you come out, do you want to put the camera back on the right setting because you're recording it live?
Oh no! Oh no! No!
Yeah, it's the wrong camera angle, isn't it, Chris? Thank God I'm fucking paying attention.
Oh, good grief. We almost made it through one full show.
Oh, we'll fucking edit this bit out, won't I?
But as Chris stepped out with his magical hat, the assignments were drawn. Gladys had Euphoria Storm, Khloe Kennedy and Miss Acetate. Miss Rory had Deena Hearts and Vixen Valentine. Penny had Strawberry Fatcake, Alita Vodka and Dixon Stones, and Plastiq had Trash, Crystal LaPelle and Alan Queera. But what would they set their charges as challenges? Well, the only way to find out is to come along or tune in next week for the 2nd round of Newcastle Drag Idol 2026. Then, after it was all done, I got to head backstage to speak to one of the contestants that we were sadly losing from the competition. Here's my chat with Billy Blanc.
Oh, hello there, it's me, the Velvet Snatch, as well you know, because I've been talking to you for like half an hour or something, and I'm here with the wonderful Billy Blanc. How are you doing? Was it Blanc? Blanc?
Blanc.
Blanc. Billy Blanc.
It's a bit more fancy than White Willy.
Now, sadly, you're one of the contestants that we're not seeing in week 2. How do you feel?
Honestly, relieved. I entered Drag Idol with probably different aims to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I managed to achieve those aims this week. So to me, I've already come here and done what I wanted to do in Idol. And I think it's right that I'm going home this week. And that people who want to progress the drag and do a lot more bookings and things and want that time in the light get the opportunity versus someone a bit more low-key and casual like myself.
What's next for Billy Blanc?
I'll probably continue to work on my cosplay and performances, but doing them a bit more as and when my availability allows with the day job and caring for family members, which is another reason why I'm actually quite relieved not to be progressing too much further.
Well, you were saying earlier that it was unlikely that you'd be able to actually attend week 2 even if you'd gotten through. So.
Yeah, and I think I think the right people have gone through.
Yeah.
Is what I would say on that.
I think that's really sweet of you. Like, so where can people find you?
I can be found at It's Billy Blanc on Instagram, or pulling up a random character at any local conventions or open drag night.
Yeah.
Maybe SunnyCon, who knows?
Hey, no, SunnyCon would be wonderful. It'd be nice to see you there.
Yeah.
No, but thank you so much for speaking to me, Billy Blanc, and well done today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Velvet.
Finally, they'd made it up from Leeds and through to week 2 and scattered Madeira cake around the entire venue. But how is newcomer Alita Vodka feeling about the competition so far?
Hello, I'm here with the wonderful Alita Vodka. How are you feeling after getting through this week?
I'm feeling grateful. It was a bit nerve-wracking going up. I've done other competitions before, but I know like the stakes of this competition. Like Ruby did it, she's my drag sister, Chanel did it, so I really want to do well. So I got on the critiques, I understand where they're coming from, but it was a bit nerve-wracking. But yeah, on to next week, on to bigger and better pastures, I guess.
Yeah, like where do you come from originally?
So I am from Madeira, the little island in the middle of the Atlantic. Loads of cruises, Madeira cake.
Yeah, as we saw in the performance.
As we saw, a lot of Madeira cake with icing. Yeah, that's where I lived there for 15 years and I moved here about 13 years ago. Yeah, 2013, 2026, 13 years,
That's amazing.
It's been a long time.
So have you really cut your teeth in the Leeds drag scene?
I have done, I started at Viaduct Show Bar. I started as like every other drag queen, so I was a bar staff, and then we move up, and then I put a wig on, and now I'm behind the DJ booth. But yeah, I started there. I did a few bits in here and there. I did dragged at Leeds, and Headingley, just little gigs here and there. But yeah.
Yeah. And how did you feel Drag Idol went for you today? Like you say you've done other competitions, like how did this compare to that?
So I think I understand, like, sorry, stumbling on my words. I understand like the critiques. I think I just overthought it a bit because of course it was like the Zumba bit, and I'm like, oh, people will join in. Nobody joined, but it's okay. I still had fun. I hope people had fun with me, which from when I went to the audience, a lot of people said, oh, that was really fun. I don't understand the critiques, but I do understand the critiques. It was, I understand,
I think that's the thing. I think it's, and also you were in the middle of the night. So it was
a
difficult place to be, I think, in the lineup.
Yeah, and I also went with after a very high energy number, which didn't really help me, but it's okay. It's just a luck of the draw in it. Yeah. But I still made it through, so I'll be here next week.
Well, that's it. How do you feel about the mentor that you got picked?
I quite like Penny. Like I said, I've watched previous years. So I was hoping either Penny or Plastiq. Yeah. Just because I'm a musical theatre queen, so they like give you more like musical theatre, whereas I said Miss Rory and Gladys. Sorry, I'm terrible with names. They're more like hosted and wittiness. I'd say personally. So. I feel like it's a good pairing.
I think I'm really excited to see what happens. I mean, the thing is, though, like, usually I'd ask you, what are you planning for week 2? Or have you got any ideas? Yeah. But we don't know. We don't know what you're going to be doing.
I have no idea. I don't even know how she's going to contact me, but we'll see. I'll find out soon, I'm sure.
No, but brilliant. Thank you so much for coming to the competition, and I can't wait to see you next week, Alita Vodka.
Thank you. I'll see you next week.
And that's your lot. Thank you so much for tuning in and always being so supportive. I love this competition and everyone that's part of this fabulous northern scene. It feels so nice getting to be here for the 20th anniversary of Newcastle Drag Idol. See you next week. Goodbye. Drag Idol has just kept going from strength to strength, strength to strength. Who is continuing the green motif for Drag Idol's Emerald and Drag King Alan hit the stage next, bringing a touch of raunch, raunch and sleaze. Melody. What the hell is sleaze? Whatever it is, Alan's got it.